cool. I had them upside down this whole time. Hello, it's Crafty Rhea, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be working on some lucky pennies, so I'm going to give you my 2 cents about St. Patrick's Day. I found these really cute printables online. They say Happy St. Patrick's Day, Lucky Penny, and I went through my stash of change and found 2 really shiny pennies, and I thought they were so cute. These are by See Vanessa Craft, and her website is here, Sandy Toes and Popsicles. I'll put the link in the description below so you can go check it out. They're free printables online, and I thought they were adorable, so I just printed them on my laser printer, and I just used copy paper because I didn't want to add too much weight to the card. But you can print them on cardstock and they would probably look even better. So I'm going to set my pennies aside, and I have my little lucky pennies. For this I'll be using 5x7 card backs, and I have 2 of them since I'm going to make 2 cards, and they'll be pretty much the same. I have some gold sparkly paper, glitter paper, to make a belt buckle, and I'm going to use this black glitter ribbon to make a belt, like a leprechaun belt. I have some copper paper and then some shamrock paper. So I'm going to set some of this aside, and I'll start by cutting down my shamrock paper. I want to make it come down to most of the card. I just want a little strip of this green. This green will be like the leprechaun's pants, and the top will be like a shirt, and then I'll put the belt in the middle. So I want to kind of get a measurement of how long I need the top to be. So I'll probably bring it to 5.5 inches. And then I know in this direction I'm going to need it to be right at 5 inches because I want it to fill the whole card. This paper is from Die Cuts with a View, and it was in their holiday stack from many years ago. So I want to cut a strip at 5 inches to start with. I have to get my big old 12-inch paper cutter out because this paper is 12 by 12. So I'm going to start it at the 5-inch mark, and then I'll put this aside for another project, and then I will cut 2 pieces at 5.5. So that's how that will look. And let me get my ribbon out just to kind of give you an idea of how it will look. And my belt will be down there. I think that'll be really cute. Okay. So I'm going to start by adhering this paper to the card base. I'll be using my adhesive. This paper is just a thin paper, so I don't want to put glue on it because I don't want it to buckle. Sometimes you can see the glue lines through thin paper. And since it's going to be holding something with a penny on it, which can be heavy in the middle, I'll go ahead and reinforce the center. So I want to line this up evenly with the top of the card. The only piece I can't trim is the fold. I can trim all the other sides, so I'm going to put the fold flat on the table and line this up as close as I can to the top edge. There we go. And if this edge or this edge doesn't line up perfectly, I can always trim it. But I think it lined up pretty good. I'll do the same thing with the other one. So there we have both of those. So I will take these pieces and I will mat them on this copper. I thought the copper went really good with the penny. It matches pretty good. I went through all of my fun papers and picked the ones I thought were the best. So I'm just going to line these up on here. I'm going to use my tape again because this is very thin paper. This is just copy paper. And again, I want to put it down the center since that penny's going to be on there. I'll do the same thing with this one. I'll do it on this far edge. And then I will cut these out with my little paper trimmer. Just trying to keep an even edge all the way around. I will say these cards are going to be for my niece and nephew, Liam and Emma and Liam. I sent them a shaker card at Christmas time and they loved it so much that I decided I need to send them a card just about every month. So I'm hoping they really like these little lucky pennies. I sent them one of those little Valentine cards I made last month with the little pins from the Dollar Tree, and they seem to like those well as well. So I'm hoping they will like these little lucky pennies. It's going to be a challenge to keep coming up with a great idea. I will glue the pennies on very last because they might move around. So I have those guys, and they're very cool. I had them upside down this whole time. They are very cool, and they will go right on here. I like it. I don't know if I want it at an angle. Let me put the belt on first, and then I will decide. So I'm going to fashion a belt buckle. I'm going to freehand it. and we'll see how it goes. Let me measure out a piece of this. I'm going to measure it a little bit bigger than the card. And I'll measure 2 pieces while I'm at it. I'm going to turn this paper over, and I want to just mark with a pencil a little bit bigger than the ribbon. So I'm wondering, maybe I'll do the buckle a square inch, because if I measure it on here, this square is 1 inch, and I think it would be perfect. Okay, so now I know I can cut 2 square inches off of here. I should measure 1 inch on the other side, because I don't have measurements on my ruler. Okay, let me go ahead and cut this. And then I will cut 1 inch each way. I marked 1 inch and I marked 2 inches. So let's give this a try here. Excellent, that would be my belt buckle. So what I need to do is to make 2 little slivers in it so I could slide the belt through the buckle. I'm just going to eyeball this and freehand it. I'm just going to make, maybe if I do it on the white side you could see pretty good. I'll make a guide with my pencil. I'm going to just cut a line like this and like that. I'm going to mark here on the back how big my ribbon is. This line is over too far. There we go. So this line here and this line here are what I'm going to cut with my craft knife. I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger so my ribbon will fit through with ease. Then I will take my black ribbon and feed it through the buckle. This would work for a Santa's belt as well. I might have to make it bigger. There we go. And I will do the same thing on this one. Kind of get an idea of where I want those two lines to be. And this time I'll make them bigger from the get-go. It's a very fine line and you won't see it in the front of the buckle. I'm going to do a little trick here. I hope that'll still give me enough room on the card. Yes, that'll be exactly enough room. So make yourself a little arrow to help guide it through. There we go. Excellent. These are going to be so cute. I really hope they like them. There we go, and I will put some adhesive down on this card right at that seam, and I will run some on the back of this as well. I want it to stick down really good. Try to get that buckle nice and straight. Then I will trim it off on each side. This ribbon doesn't fray, so I don't have to worry about tucking it behind the card. I want to try to get this buckle more into the center of the belt. And I'll do the same thing on this card. I think I'm just going to put the adhesive right onto the ribbon. I think that worked out well. And onto the back of the buckle so it doesn't move around. This one was a little crooked, so I'm going to reposition it a little bit to make it straighter. And to hold that buckle down so it doesn't peel up, I'm going to put a little bit of art glitter glue on the back of each side of that buckle. I put too much on that side and it leaked out. I think I just need a little bit in each corner. And that'll just help hold it down a little straight. Now I have to decide if I want it. I think I like it straight. Liam is a perfectionist, so if I don't have it on there just right, he will tell me about it, I'm sure. Emma's his little sister, and she won't care what it looks like, I don't think. She's not gonna tell me I did it wrong. At least I don't think she will. Maybe in a couple years, but not yet. And I think I will personalize these a little bit because it needs something down at the bottom. And in that kit came these stickers, and they're green letters. So I'm going to write their name down at the bottom. I'm going to start here and go backwards. Luckily, they have small names, and I think I can do it without messing up. If they had long names, I could never do this. And these are on white cardstock, so I'm just lining it up against each other. And there we go, that's for Liam. And then I'll do Emma. This way they're not exactly the same. I had to make sure it had enough M's. And that way, if they want to keep this in their room and keep their lucky penny handy, they know whose is whose. So there we go. We have Liam and Emma. I'm so excited. I can't wait till they get these. And to hold down the pennies, since they're pretty heavy, I'm going to use some Aleene's tacky glue. And that's why I wanted to put them on last. And I'm going to put them just face up in the normal way. I don't want to put too much on because I don't want it to leak out around the edge. I'm moving it around a little bit just to spread that glue out. There we go. I hope that inspires you to make some St. Patrick's Day cards using up some of your scrap paper, scrap supplies, and a free printable, and then some of the shiniest pennies that you can find. I hope everybody has a really happy St. Patrick's Day and you find some lucky pennies yourself and have a lucky day. Thanks again so much for watching. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel. There's plenty more videos coming. And I would love it if you join my Facebook group and we can share the work that we do. We have a bunch of wonderful ladies over there, and probably men too, who knows. I don't discriminate. Okay, it's Create with Crafty Rhea. Thanks again for watching. Please leave me a comment below. I love reading all of your comments. Take care and have a wonderful day. And until the next video, go get crafting. Bye-bye.